Hey there, everybody. Slayer Holfin here, back for a PBL Season 3, Week 6 team builder against Android and the London Lucarios. His team consists of Mega Scissor, Terrakion, Cresselia, Jolteon, Blastoise, Zoroark, Licky Licky, Volcanion, Gengar, Gligar, and Go-Goat. So I think that he'll bring Mega Scissor, Terrakion, Cresselia, those three for sure. Volcanion probably comes, and then after that, I'm not sure. I think Jolteon, Zoroark, um, and maybe like Gengar are the options after that. So anyway, gonna get into the team builder here. I don't really have a ton of confidence with this team. I only play tested once, and I had Scolipede instead of Mega Blastoise, but Scolipede just invites in Scizor every single time, and Scizor kind of bodies me, so anyway, Jirachi got leftovers, Calm Mind, kind of a bulkier variant this week. I have some speed. Speed is for, I think it's for Volcanion. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure that speed is for Volcanion. Outspeed, max speed Volcanion. Uh, Calm Mind, Flash Cannon, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Fire hits pretty much everything on his team. Flash Cannon is good against a lot of his team. Stuff that resists at Mega Scizor gets hit by HP Fire. Stuff like Blastoise and Volcanion get hit by T-Bolt. So that's what we're going to go with. The idea is to get some Calm Minds up, hit a little bit with leftovers, and then just start going to work. Could maybe set up on something like the Cresselia, especially if it's Calm Mind, then that's a little bit of an issue with us, but if not, then we can kind of set up with that thing, or on that thing. Raikou, got Relampago or Raikou with Rain Dance, Thunder, HP Water, and Shadow Ball. Thunder and HP Water in the rain does take out a lot of his threats. Gligar gets hit by HP Water. I thought about running Weather Ball, but I had to run a Rash Nature for that, and that doesn't, I don't know, that Weather Ball does hit harder, but I kind of need the speed to be able to outspeed stuff like Gengar on his team, and like even Zoroark and stuff like that. So Waterium Z Rain Dance lets me get to +1 speed, which lets me to outspeed Scarfers, lets me outspeed Jolteon. Um, and yeah, Thunder against Jolteon is a little bit, I don't know. I mean, Jolteon absorbs the Thunder, obviously. The only problem with this set is if he wants to kind of try to predict me, he can switch between Jolteon and Volcanion and absorb Thunder and HP Water, respectively. Shadow Ball is just so that I can kind of make a mid-ground play on something if I need to. Also can hit Cresselia, better option if like the rain's gone or something like that. Anyway, moving on, Decidueye, Nasty Plot, and Baton Pass. A lot of my attackers this week, actually every single one, yep, every single attacker this week is hitting on the special side, which could be an issue for like a Calm Mind Cresselia, but I do have this Decidueye to Nasty Plot and Baton Pass those boosts into Pokemon to hopefully hit Cress, and Cress, I think I've kind of got options for it. Maybe Toxic somewhere on this team would be better, but I think that Cress I can just kind of go into Decidueye. I take Psychic and Psyshock pretty well, and I can nasty Plot up once or twice, then Baton Pass into a Pokemon. We are slower than Cresselia, so we'll get that slow Baton Pass into a big threat. Roost just to get a little bit of HP back, leftovers. This spread, I think it's just to take Psychic or Psyshock from Cresselia kind of equally well. But yeah, getting up a nasty plot with this thing and then being able to Baton Pass into something, or getting like, if I get two nasty plots up and can go into like Komao, then I think we're going to be, or Swellow, I think we're going to be set. So that's the Decidueye set this week. Glader, the Komao, Autotomize, Clanging Scales, Flamethrower, Draco Meteor. Maybe I should be running something instead of Draco Meteor, but Draco Meteor, the extra damage is really nice for stuff like the Cresselia and the Gligar, and also not getting the defense drop, so I can live a bullet punch from a Mega Scizor is really nice. But then Clanging Scales is also nice. so I don't get the drops for Draco Meteor, and if I get a nasty plot baton pass in this thing, or two, then I can autotomize and just kind of try to sweep through his team. Flamethrower is on there because literally his only resistance to Dragon, he has no fairies, so no immunities. His only resistance is his Steel type Mega Scizor, and that thing is 4 times resistant to Flamethrower. So Lumberry is just to prevent us from getting paralyzed or poisoned or something like that. Komo put in quite a bit of work in playtesting. The only reason it didn't do more is because I passed +4 into it and got the Autotomize up, and the Lumberry cured a Toxic. But then instead of Draco Meteoring a Gligar, I decided to Clanging Scales it, and that kind of lost me the game. But kind of learned our lesson. Max Spadef, Eviolite, Gligar can take a +4 Clanging Scale, so go for Draco Meteor instead, so you don't get a Toxic and aren't slowly worn down. But anyway, next up, Swellow, Choice Scarf, Boom Burst, U-Turn, Heat Wave, Air Slash. So this is just to make sure I can outspeed everything, bar a Scarf Jolteon. Boom Burst hits really hard. U-Turn for momentum. Heat Wave for the Mega Scizor, Air Slash, just because if we need to flinch some stuff down and try to play that game at the end, that's something we can do. And it does, Air Slash does hit something like Go-Goat more effectively, I guess. Is that the only thing? It hits Terrakion better, I think, because Boom Burst is resisted by Rock versus Air Slash, because that Rock fighting type is neutral against it. This lets us outspeed stuff like Choice Scarf Terrakion 2, just kind of gives us a win con in the back, or like a Revenge Killer in the back. And if we can baton pass some Nasty Plot boost into it, it's good to go. Then finally I have Mega Blastoise. Wasn't originally on the team, but put it on just because it's really nice to have kind of a bulky Pokemon that can live a hit from like a Rock Polish Terrakion, which destroyed me in the match. It came in when I had like 3 Pokemon left. Ate a Shadow Ball from Decidueye, got the Rock Polish up, and just blew through my team. So keeping Mega Blastoise healthy and kind of as a check in the back will be nice. Water Pulse for the confusion, and it hits really hard. Dark Pulse is good for the Cresselia. Aura Sphere is good for like the Licky Licky, or just as like a mid-ground play, I guess, in case I'm not sure if he's going to like predict me and go Volcanion or something. HP Electric is for Volcanion and the Blastoise. So anyway, that's the team. Sorry if I seemed a little bit rushed. I got a message from Android and he wants to play kind of soon, and I hadn't done this, so just trying to get through it pretty quick. Pretty offensive team. I don't really have a ton of confidence in this team. I only play tested once and I got bopped, and then I changed a team and I wasn't able to play test again. So might be picking up our first loss against Android this week. His team is really tough for us. Cresselia is just a huge threat. I wanted to bring Scolipede so I could hit that with Bug Stab, but I just don't. But I know the Scolipede, it can Psyshock me, so I don't really set up in from the Cresselia. Plus, he just gets to go Mega Scizor and pretty much walls me. So like I didn't like it from that standpoint. And then Crook, I guess, kind of could hit the Cresselia. I thought about bringing Choice Banded Crocodile, but the main thing with that was that knockoff gives him Tracheon as a switch in, he resists it, and he gets to justify and boost. So his team's just well put together, and it's really hard to break through Cresselia when he has options like Mega Scizor and Tracheon to kind of take hits. And I just felt like, I don't know, I just feel like his team is really tough for me to take down. It's kind of got a good combination of bulk that's hard for me to break through, but then also offensive options to be able to take out my threats. So I don't really expect to win, but that's fine. We're 5-0 so far, so we can definitely afford a loss. I think that the main thing is going to be, if we do lose, trying to look at Android's team, because he is in our conference, so he'd be a potential playoff matchup, and try to see if there's any trades that I can make to have a better matchup against this team, because he is someone that we definitely could see in the playoffs and definitely could stand in our way of trying to get to a championship. So anyway, Hope you enjoy this team builder. It's kind of quick. I'll have the match recap up hopefully shortly after this goes up. So thanks for watching. Bye.